Hi you guys! So today I'm going to make a video that I've been promising everyone for a really long time. So today I'm going to teach you about the wonderful world of Japanese toilets. As in any country, things are different and that's what makes them cool. And something that makes Japan really unique is they have weird toilets. They have traditional Japanese toilets, which are like in the ground. It's like a toilet, but it's in the ground. It's not like someone randomly dug a hole that you have to squat over. It's really not that mysterious. It just looks like a toilet bowl, only it's in the ground. You'll encounter these when you first arrive at Narita Airport. I was really excited about using the cool Japanese toilets. I mean, everyone thinks it's so hard or scary or weird. You just squat over a hole in the ground. You know what, your ancestors did that. Like, stop being a wuss and just go do it. It's not a big deal. You're not gonna fall in, I swear. And the stalls go all the way to the ground, unlike the stalls here where we have like a foot where like someone could freaking crawl under. So you don't have to worry about anyone seeing your butt or anything while you're squatting over these little toilets. When my group was at the airport, there was a big long line. There was one Western toilet and the rest were Japanese toilets. And there was a big long line, you know, coming out of the Western toilet. And I was like, hey you guys, these are open. They're like, no, that's okay. I'll wait for this one. I was like, you're gonna die. You're not gonna survive. You're gonna have to learn to use them eventually. Sadly, there were quite a few people in my group that didn't use the Japanese toilet at all during their homestay, which I frown upon them, and I will frown upon you if you don't do it, because it's not hard. Just freaking have the experience of doing it. It's just peeing, okay? It's no big deal. Another thing about Japanese toilets that Westerners find so interesting is all the little buttons and dials and fun little functions that are on there, like little spray functions and the dryers and seat heaters and all kinds of weird stuff like that. I suggest, unless you actually know what the buttons say, don't press them. My whole time in Japan, I never messed around with the buttons on any of the toilets at my host family's house or at like a public place. But my last day in Japan at the hotel, I was like, no, you know what? I'm gonna press these buttons. I'm gonna see what happens. And you know what? It was just bad. It was just bad. I'm like, is this supposed to clean you? Like, it was really pointless. It was just a really pointless little stream of water. It was pointless. When we went to my hostess's cousin's house, I went to use the bathroom. And when we shut the bathroom door, the lid to the toilet automatically opens. So I was like, oh, okay. And it says something in Japanese, and I'm like, okay, it's talking to me. So I go sit down and use the restroom, and when I stand up, I don't know how to flush. You know, usually there's something that, you know, slightly resembles a flush button, but this one, I just couldn't figure it out. So I start pressing these buttons, and the lid starts opening and closing, and it starts spraying, and all this funky stuff starts happening, and I was like, oh my god, how do I shut it off? Because there were seriously like 15 to 20 buttons on that thing. So I finally eventually got it to flush, thank god, or else it would have just been terrible. But when I got out, my hostess was like, Journey, are you okay? Are you sick? You took so long in there. No, I'm okay. I just don't know how to use the buttons. Something cool that they have in Japanese host restrooms is not really cool. I mean, it is. It's just ridiculous, okay? You would think this is a button to flush the toilet with, right? It says flush. It even says it in English. You're like, okay, you press it, and it makes a flushing sound. The toilet doesn't flush, it just makes a flushing sound. And you're like, what the hell, Japan? Like, what is the point of this? So later I find out that that button, that fake little flushing sound it makes, is to make it so people can't hear your pee tinkle down the toilet or whatever. Because Japanese women are very embarrassed about that. They don't want people to hear them going to the bathroom or whatever noises they may make. so they press this little flush button so no one can hear them. So I guess if you have really bad gas, it would be helpful. But I mean, if someone's pressing that button, like, it does not actually sound like the toilet. It's really fake. Like, you can tell. You just know. You're like, oh, something's going on in there. They're pressing that button. They don't want you to hear them. Like, it's just so weird. I think it's really funny. Another thing that they grilled me about this before my homestay is Japanese bathrooms, public bathrooms, might not have toilet paper, so make sure you carry tissues with you at all times. So I bought like 10 little packets of tissues, carried them all around with me my whole homestay, never ever needed to use them, ever. So I was like, okay, this is stupid. So when I was packing my luggage, I packed in all my little tissues and sent it off to be sent to the airport. But of course, when I get to the train station to leave my host family, my host sister goes, oh, do you have tissues? And I was like, yeah, like, I didn't really know what she was talking about. So I went to the bathroom, and lo and behold, there was no toilet paper, and they were charging like 100 yen to buy a little pack of tissues, which I didn't have any money. So I was like, oh, great. The whole time, I carried them with me, and I need them, and I don't have them anymore. So yeah, just make sure you have like tissues with you, because you don't want to be caught in a situation without them. It's just gonna suck. My host family toilet had all these weird buttons, and it had a sink like in the top of it. I saw these a lot, and it's like when you flush the toilet, the little sink, like in the top part of the toilet, it's like water starts coming out of it. And I just always had this sensation of the water coming out of the little sink was the toilet water. It was like, ew. Well, I guess that's not what it is. That's really not what it is. But I never used it because it was just like kind of sketchy. So I hope this helped you overcome any little fears or questions you have about Japanese toilets. If there's anything else you want to know, just ask me in the comments below, and I'll try to reply, even though YouTube's been stupid and my reply button hasn't been working, but I will get back to you. So, thanks for watching. Bye!